Hi guys, happy St. Patrick's Day to all of you and to our fair cousins too. I just wanted to make a quick video about love. This has been on my mind. So a lot of you have been thinking about love lately. This has been in between the eclipse season, so I've been talking more about astrology because I've been learning more about astrology. So the eclipses have been really intense. They've been bringing up a lot of the past, a lot of processing through old soulmate situations and learning a lot about really everything it may be bringing up, depending on where it's lighting up your own chart. It's been a lot of learning and a lot of really intense lessons and processing through a lot of lessons we've been learning over the last several years that have been really, really intense. They may not be pleasant either. Some of them have been really hardcore. So um, good or bad, we've all been learning really intense lessons and processing and regurgitating. Sometimes, like they've been coming back around to learn what we needed to learn. So, I've been learning and thinking a lot about love and soulmates and those kind of lessons again. And since that's a popular topic, I thought I'd cover a little bit more. And I was thinking today about love relationships and letting people really be who they are and really not trying to change them. I've seen one of the things I've really seen in a lot of readings and a lot of discussions about love is people really wanting people to be somebody they're not in order to be with them. And here's the deal, people. And this is something I talked to my mom about. Or she said, women think a lot of the time, once I marry him, I can change him, and that is not the case. What you see is what you get. And she gave me that advice. She said, when you find a man you really love, she said, what you see is what you get. So you better really be happy with what you got right in front of you, because people don't tend to change. Tigers don't tend to change their stripes. People tend to kind of be who they are, and they don't change their essence. They may change a whole lot as people. They may go through phases. They may grow up or evolve or change their hobbies or essentially change quite a bit. They may evolve quite a bit. But essentially who they are at their core, at their soul level, doesn't tend to change a lot. For example, you're not going to be likely to fix somebody. You're not going to be likely to, hopefully you're not talking somebody out of their dreams or trying to get them to change professions for you or trying to not get them to, I don't know, talk them into something they don't believe in, or change political groups or something like that. So this just goes out to all of you who are maybe trying to coerce somebody into something they don't want. So I've been seeing that one come up a lot for people. Don't do that. If you really love somebody, you're going to take them as they are. Take them as they are, or they're not for you. Move on. Find somebody who is. And also, if you're trying to trick somebody or get them to love you or change who you are in order to fit what you think they want, quit it. This is the runaway bride symptoms. You know how in the movie, if you've seen Runaway Bride, Julia Roberts is always trying to say, the guy is asking her what kind of eggs she likes best, and each of her fiancés that she ran away from says that she likes them the way they liked them because she's trying to make herself into the kind of woman they think they want, and she actually doesn't have an identity. What happens with people like this is they, in love relationships, the deeper they fall in love, the more they lose their identity in each other. They are adapting to be the kind of people they think the other one wants, and what happens is a double fantasy happens, where they are both like trying to become what they think the other one wants, and it's like one thread gets pulled and the whole thing unravels because it's all based on a lie. It's all based on non-reality. It's like they don't really know each other. When that happens, it's really yucky. So that's very rare, though. Usually it's one or the other. It's very rare that it's a double fantasy. It's usually one doing it more than the other person. But my point is, like, really look at the person that's in front of you in relationship and make sure you know them. Make sure you're getting to know the real them. Make sure you're not slapping on top some sort of projection of who you want them to be, or some sort of projection of what you're wanting to see, or what you're projecting fantasy on top of that person. It's like when somebody what is that movie? It's funny, I'm saying what's that movie, but I think in the movie they're saying what's that movie? In Sleepless in Seattle, Meg Ryan is saying, "Oh, he said that funny thing. What was that? What was that thing he said that was so funny?" And Rosie O'Donnell, the friend is like played by the Rosie O'Donnell, is like rolling her eyes because Meg Ryan is talking about not Tom Hanks, but the previous fiance who's really boring. She's like, he said that funny thing. What did he say? What did he say? And he's really, really boring and clearly wrong for her. But she's trying to make him into what she wants him to be, which is entertaining. And he's clearly boring her. And he's got so many allergies. And she's trying so hard to make him into a man that's right for her. And it's just clearly not working. So that happens a lot. It happens to a lot of people where they're trying to make something work because they don't want to be alone, or they don't want to have to face that it's not right, or they don't want to have to start over, or they don't want to lose somebody. The pain of that, or going through that. There's so many reasons that this happens, or they don't want to hurt someone. Or they don't want to have to fight for somebody. So many reasons this can happen. And it's very painful, and I just see it a lot coming up in readings. So if it's not real, if it's not the real deal, if it's not right in front of you and it's like not it, you have to re-examine why you're doing it. What's the motivation here? What's going on? So, and if you're chasing something that ain't real either, or isn't right, or isn't quite healthy, you have to really do the hard work and look at yourself and be like, what the hell am I thinking? What's going on internally that's making me chase that down, or try to make it work? Or what's the fantasy? What's going on here? It's hard. It's not. Nobody's setup was easy. So. Take a look at that. Figure out what the fantasy or the projection's going on here, and why the projection. Is it just that you really, really want it to work? Is it really love, or is it just a ticking clock thing? Figure out what the reasoning behind that is. So I kind of rambled a little bit in this one, but that's coming up. So, and with the Mars and Aries eclipse coming up here, that's all about partnerships coming up the end of March. So it's bringing up a lot of examining the partnerships and why we're in them and what's going on with them, and maybe looking at some of the harder aspects coming up with relationship dynamics. So just a little food for thought. We'll be probably examining more relationship stuff coming up closer to the eclipse time, but just look at the projection with all the Pisces stuff going on. I want to look at the projection and the illusion stuff regarding relationship stuff. So, yeah, that's it for today. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I hope you guys have a good day. Take care. Bye-bye.